So it just came to my attention that today is William Shakespeare's birthday, April 23rd. So I thought I would read just a little bit of Shakespeare. I might add some more later. But here's a couple of things that you might want to see, or hear rather. First is a speech that he wrote in his play Henry V. This is a play about an English king, and here the English are about to go into battle against the French. And there's very few Englishmen there, and the French have a whole bunch of really, really good fighters on their side. So, a man named Westmoreland, he says, "Oh, that we had here but 1/10,000 of those in England that do not work today." And the king says, "What's that? Who wishes so? My cousin, Westmoreland. No, fair cousin, if we were marked to die, we are and to do our country loss, and if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honour. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my coat. It yearns me not if men my garments wear. Such outward things dwell not in my desires. But if it be a sin to covet honour, I am the most offending soul alive. No, faith, coz, wish not one man more from England. God's peace, I would not lose so great an honour as one man more, methinks, would share from me. For the best hope I have, oh, do not wish one more, rather proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host, that if he hath no stomach for this feast, let him depart. His passport shall be drawn, and crowns for convoy put in his purse. We would not die in that man's company that fears his fellowship to die with us. This day is called the Feast of Crispin. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispin. He that shall live this day and see old age will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbours and say, tomorrow is St Crispin's. Then he will strip his sleeve and show his scars and say, these wounds I had on Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot, but he'll remember with advantages what feast he did that day. Then shall our names familiar in his mouth as household words, Harry the King, Bedford and Exeter, Warwick and Talbot, Salisbury and Gloucester, be in their flowing cups freshly remembered. This story shall a good man teach his son, and Crispin will never go by, from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he ne'er so base. This day shall gentle his condition, and gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not there, and hold their manhoods cheap, whilst any speaks that fought with us on Crispin's day. And now a poem. This is probably one of the most famous of Shakespeare's sonnets. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often his gold complexion dimmed, and from every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou oust, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in the shade. when eternal lines to time grow thou growst. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this and gives his life to thee. Sometimes poetry written by grown-ups is really difficult to understand until you get grown up. But it's still a good thing to hear poetry and learn about poetry, even if you don't really always understand it, because the words go together and they're beautiful. And when you then by the time you're a grown up, then you'll understand the poems better. Um, but that one's a little harder. So I will continue reading poetry to you guys. uh, Hopefully, most of it you can understand. But I might read some more Shakespeare tonight, or I might not. But we'll see. All right, bye.